Hey everyone, Chris here from RealRideshareStories. If you're new to the channel and you're looking for different things within the rideshare industry, whether it's news, tips and tricks for passengers and drivers, or what actually happens on real rideshare rides, start now by hitting the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. It's also very helpful to push for notifications, so anytime I go live, you can participate in the live stream just like what I am doing right now. All right, so we are going to be talking about Uber's new PIN verification code and when it's going to come out. There's a couple announcements to go over first, and then we'll get right into it. Hey Lisa, what's going on? Hopefully you got the notification right away. You didn't get a notification, but you're right here, so that's great. What's going on, Mark? How's it going? All right, so quick update or whatever you want to say. I am going to be giving a dash cam away very soon. Once I hit 5,000 subs, which is probably going to happen in the next couple of days. I'm right at the 49.50 mark, which is awesome. So first off, thank you everybody who is a subscriber. And to give back, we are probably looking at doing a live stream, say Friday, as long as I hit the 5K mark, as a special thank you to all the subs and just hitting a cool milestone. So look for that very soon. Probably on Friday we will be doing that, and it is going to be the the B2W Blue Sky C dual dash cam that I'll be giving away to one lucky winner. Hopefully that'll be a nice little Christmas present for you guys, since Christmas is right around the corner. So I do want to let you know about that. Just saying hi. What's up, Brian? Good evening. Got the notification right away. Awesome. Yeah, there's been some issues with the notifications also. That's another thing. A lot of fellow YouTubers, especially in Uber and Lyft arena, have been saying that something has been going on with notifications. It's something that YouTube changes all the time. Just this last week or two, they just did all of their subscribers that aren't active anymore, or all the accounts that aren't active anymore, they got rid of. So they can change the settings at that point. So yes, if you want to be notified for when I go live, when a video does come out, just make sure you go to the bell and then hit all, or whatever it is you want. There's 3 different settings that you can do, but all will let you know, or should let you know, that I am live. So you can do that. Vegas Rideshare, what's going on? How's Buffalo? It's not snowing, but there is snow on the ground right now. About a half an inch at most, but it's 34 outside, so it's pretty cold. Uberman Tampa, what's going on? Yeah, if you're not getting the notifications, uncheck the bell and recheck. So it's pretty cool that way. But Addison, how you doing? Sacco, Michael, how's everybody doing? All right, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it when coming up. So yes, the dash cam will be given away hopefully Friday, like I said. I should be hitting that 5K mark very soon. So again, one last thank you before getting into the live stream tonight, and that is going to be talking about the PIN verification code from Uber. First off, if you don't know what the PIN verification code is, no, it's not when you sign up on the account and you get a text message for two-factor authentication. No, it's going to be every single time you get a ride or you start a ride, the driver will have to ask for a PIN code, and the rider will be provided a PIN code that will be each time auto-generated by Uber itself, that you give the driver. And if you guys are paired correctly, the ride will start with no hiccups. If you are not paired and you enter in the wrong code, it'll just say this is the wrong code, this isn't the right passenger, this isn't the right rider, and you just go on with your day. So it's going to be a pretty unique thing. I like it, and it's in a few test markets right now, and then just also randomly pops up here and there in certain markets that it's not even being tested in. So it is pretty interesting. Nashville just got it. It is the next market that is being able to do this. I think there's 6 or so other markets. So it's still very small. It's a pilot feature at this point. And one of the things that I did see when it comes down to it is that it is going to be optional. I think it should be mandatory. I think, first of all, it should be set up one of two ways. It should be set up where it's mandatory, but it should be where the passenger can put their own verification code, like a PIN code, like an ATM code, whatever it is, where they can set it up. And if they are, so if their phone dies or something happens and they don't have that PIN code, it's a fallback option. And then just have a random generated code that Uber will provide the passenger, and they will know. But it's going to look kind of like what the screen shows on the thumbnail. So it'll show underneath the driver's picture above the license plate. It'll show the PIN code. And again, it's going to cut down on so many things. I don't know why they haven't instituted this already. It's been something they've been talking about for a while now. And it's something they've been doing with no wait lines in certain airports, where you just pretty much get in line, and the next driver that pulls up is the person that's your driver. Whether you're paired with them or not, it doesn't matter. It's just what they were doing in certain airports. Why they don't have this feature throughout the rest of the country or world is beyond me, because it's going to cut down on so many things, especially like the wrong rider scams, where they're like, oh, my driver just started driving and didn't pick me up, so they readjust the fare down to zero, and it doesn't matter how far you've driven, whether it's down the block, 45 minutes away. They'll pull that BS, and the driver is out that money and then has to try to state the case. It'll stop that completely. The Say My Name debacle, that will be gone completely. So it doesn't matter who says their name first. It doesn't matter if you pull up and say, hey, I'm Chris, are you Jan? Or whatever your name might be. It doesn't matter, because what'll matter is that PIN code that will come down to it. So I hope that instead of having the option, they decide to change it to making it a mandatory thing. And like I said, just have those two codes. So if there is something wrong with the passenger's phone where they can't see what the auto-generated number is from Uber itself, then they can have that fallback PIN code that will start the ride just in case there is something that happens. Just seeing a couple of comments come through. So, it's snowing here, Lisa. That sucks. It's not here. 5K, a number you'll never see. Hey, you know what? That's not true. You know, if you want to grow your channel, just continue putting out cool content, and doing some crazy stuff like earlier today, and who knows, maybe it will grow to a different number. You got a lot of cool information out there, Scott, so never sell yourself short. Always try to get to that, to any goal that you want to see, and then hopefully, you know, one day you'll get there. You actually had to do the PIN. Okay, that's cool. Is it just a random thing that's going on in your market, or is it actually available down in Florida? Because like I said, sometimes it's random. Thanks for all the information. Didn't know that, no problem. Yeah, not in Boston. Yeah, it's like I said, it's in, I think, 7 markets total right now. I don't know why they haven't rolled this feature out yet at all. It doesn't make sense. It's you know, I like this feature. I think it's going to be great. It's going to cut down on those scams. It's going to, you know, it's going to make the passenger feel much safer getting into an Uber, especially since they can look at the license plate, they can look at the picture, they can look at the make and model of the car, which they don't really do at this point anyway. So hopefully this PIN code will help them feel safer, but it's going to cut down on quite a few scams as well too, because they aren't going to be able to call up the company and say, oh, my driver took the wrong person. Well, he gave him the PIN code. Sorry, not much you can do with that. But what do you guys think? I see a couple of people saying that you think the PIN code's good, which is you only had one rider in which you had to enter the PIN. Yeah, it sounds like a great feature, and it makes it more safer for the driver. for both the driver and the passenger, because you know you're getting in the right car. It doesn't matter if they have Big Daddy, Sugar Mama, Instant Kill, I don't know, whatever stupid name that they have. It'll get rid of all that. So it doesn't matter if they have a fake name. It doesn't matter if they have a real name. It doesn't matter. All that matters is give me that 4-digit PIN code. If it comes up error, get out of my car. Well, first off, keep your doors locked. Get the PIN code. If it's the right passenger, then proceed with unlocking the doors, letting them in. Because, again, there can be some issues with them getting in the car if they provide the PIN code and something else happens. So, again, do it that way. But personally, you're looking forward to the favorite feature. You actually proposed that 3 years ago within a 3-page proposal that was hand-delivered. That's pretty cool. So you're in the Boston market. That's happening in California. That would be a pretty cool feature if it did roll out to the rest of the country or world as well too, because you know what? It's just gonna up Uber. It's gonna up Uber drivers' game. So it's going to make people, especially drivers, act a little better out there on the road. So if you get favorited and you're out there, but I believe it only happens on scheduled trips. So I'm not sure if it's just if you order a ride and not, but yeah, I think it's only on scheduled trips and if you're in the area. Again, I'm not sure. I know it's only happening in California as of right now. I don't think it's actually available in California yet, but will be, as well as plenty of other options and things that they're doing to try to curtail AB5 and that whole employee independent contractor debate. So it's going to be pretty interesting there. But yeah, I mean, Mark, I think it's a pretty cool little feature. The rider got in, the app asked for a PIN, she got a text, you put it in. Yeah, and I think there was somebody who wrote I think you have to be within 25 feet of the car or the way the GPS is going to work to get the verification code. That's what somebody wrote and how it was all set up. If it's going to stay that way, I don't know. But that's pretty good too, knowing that it will be within a certain distance. So again, that stops that whole scam from happening and that false report of, oh, my driver drove away without me and I didn't get home or I didn't get to my location. I need my money back, and it'll just stop that completely. So Driver Sensei, what's going on? Paul, hey, how you doing? Will they have a code for consent census taking? I don't know. I think it's if you blink your eyes twice, Paul. Again, a joke. Everybody out there who knows the eye thing, the blinking twice, it's a joke. Come on now. Feature seems cool and good. Yeah, you'd like to see it. Actually, Lisa, I think there has been a couple of cases in upstate New York that I've seen on a couple of Facebook pages. I haven't seen anything in Buffalo, but I've seen a couple of people talking about it in Albany and that area. So you're not too far from there. You may see that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, where was I? Right on with the analysis. All right. Ugo Chukwu? I don't know. They're using the PIN system at San Diego International Airport. You like it? Uber reps are on site to assist with any problems. That's cool. Now, are you in the airport that has no line, where essentially people just get in line like a taxi, and the next driver just punches in the code, and then you're paired at that point? Because that is, I know, in a couple of different airports. Didn't know if it was in that airport or not, but that is a cool little function too. And I think most big places should do something like that, like stadiums, arenas, large events, airports. That would just be a great thing to have, so then you can just kind of streamline everything instead of just having drivers pull up, stop and wait, try to find the person. It's just going to put a line and the queue line, and you just as a passenger just walk up, next person, next person, next person. You get that pin code, tell it to your driver, that information's paired, and you're both on your way. The only problem with that is you don't know where you're going as a driver, and you don't know necessarily what passenger rating they have. So there are some drawbacks to it, but I don't know. I think personally I would rather like to see that system set up in large event areas just to kind of streamline everything when it comes down to it. And there's been a lot of people talking about 6-digit PIN codes. It's actually going to be a 4-digit PIN code, again, as of right now. But you make your customers use a code now. Yeah, some people will do that. What do? Text out, text out a PIN code and say, use this code, and then they have to repeat the code to you. Because I know quite a few drivers will do that, which is a smart way to make sure that you have the correct passenger. But yeah. Okay, there it is. Sensei, I just was going through the comments, so I just seen that. The snack drink cookie sub program with Subway is not working well. Many Subway don't want to be part of it, even though they are listed as participating. Yes, Mark, it's been a pretty big problem. I haven't even attempted to try to go and get it, but a lot of it has to do with, I believe, corporate versus franchise stores. I don't know, and who knows if Subway is paying, or I'm sorry, if Uber's actually paying out to Subway, or the fact that there's just a lot of drivers who are going in and getting a free cookie, Subway sandwich, or sub, or drink, depending on what you're eligible to get. So yeah, it's been a big problem all around. But yeah, I don't know. Rating is worthless. It can be. It can be. It just depends on what you want, and when it comes to passenger ratings. Yes, overall the rating system is horrible, and what it matters as a driver, if you get a poor rating from a passenger, that really doesn't matter. Couple of low ratings, a couple of 1-star, 2 stars will not make a difference over 500 rides. It won't. But passenger ratings could potentially actually be a true indicator on if there's problems or not with that person. So a low passenger rating may make you think twice about wanting to take that ride, especially if they have like a 3.6 passenger rating. Chances are they're probably not going to get a ride very quickly. So there's going to be a few people out there. Your keto, yeah, I'm trying to eat well as well too. So unfortunately, that's hey, it's Sensei Black Jeep with flashing Uber. Your code is one. That's pretty cool, Sensei. I got to say that's a smart way to do it. But now everybody knows your code, so you might want to change it if that's just something you copy and paste. No lines okay, and it works great. That's cool. You think remarks should be shared between drivers so you know? Well, yeah. Hey, Sensei, I'm right there with you. I think certain feedback should be given with drivers, but that also means that we should have a little bit longer of a lead time too, instead of just the 5 seconds that it takes for the ping to come up on the screen, you to accept or deny it. I think it's got to be a little bit longer than that so you can actually look at the feedback. But yeah, having feedback from what drivers say, especially on a low-rated driver, maybe not a driver who has a higher rating at a certain rating, maybe say like 4.6 and higher, but something that's anybody under 4.6, maybe have a reason why the feedback is low to begin with, and make a better decision as a driver if you're willing to take that ride or not. So yeah, I mean, I agree with you right there. 3.6 chances are, oh no, chances are 100% your ass isn't getting in that ride. No, I wouldn't take that ride either. Alan, how's it going? Keto, and you lost 40 pounds. Congratulations. You're a keto carnivore. Awesome. Well, congrats, 40 pounds down. I'm 25-ish pounds down. Still got more to go, and I started really at the beginning of November. But yeah, it's just hardcore working out. I'm doing the low carb, higher protein diet while working out a lot and doing cardio a lot. But I do have some good cheat meals in there. Like yesterday, I got some pizza and some cinnamon sticks, and it was wonderful. So yeah, I do that too. But hey, congrats on losing that weight so far, man. That's awesome. Yes, more time. Agree with the okay, greater than 4.6. You find higher rated drivers are matched with lower rated filth. Highest rating I've had today was a 4.7. You know, I don't know. I got 4.94 rating from Uber, and I get, you know, I see 4.9, 4.95, 5. Although that 5-star rating can be tricky, because if you just sign up for Uber, even though maybe you had a problem with Uber, you got denied off Uber or whatever it might be, you'll get that 5-star. Whoops, you'll get that sorry. Just hit the charging cord, but you'll hit that 5-star again. So yeah, it can be a little bit of a problem when it comes to it, especially now. So 5 stars, you know, it's not there. But yeah, I've seen quite a few high rated drivers. My rule of thumb is actually anybody under 4.8, I question that. Anything higher than 4.8, I usually take no problem. But again, like I said, that 5-star is sometimes that question. But when I will take lower than 4.8 is when it's good surge, when it's a consecutive trip bonus. But that also has exceptions. It's got to be on a certain area where maybe you want to avoid, and things like that. Or if the rating is extremely low, those things will take into account. Or also if it's real slow that night and, you know, I'm looking to try to make some money, then I might be a little more lenient on that 4.8. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty stiff at that point. So it just depends. You're finding Lyft has better payment with shorter distance drives. Yeah, most of the time Lyft does usually pay better. Alan, you can figure that out by your pay cards. Both Uber and Lyft will have a pay rate card that you can go and check out for your market, and you'll see what the rates are per mileage, per distance, per time, and you can kind of see that as well. You can also see it within a fare breakdown on what your mileage rate is per mile and what your time rate, pickup fee, and all that fun jazz is. So you could definitely do that. That means they were deactivated, made a new account. Very, very likely, especially now. I mean, if Uber and Lyft just came into an area or a market, I can understand that because it's going to be new people trying it out all the time. But the longer it's been established in an area and you see a 5-star rating, that means it's a new account more than likely. Where was it? Riders are based on last 50 rides. Okay, that's good to know. I actually didn't know how the rating system on passengers was. I don't really use it too often unless I'm out of town. As a passenger, I mean. Why do all Uber passengers tell me they are impressed that I'm a 5-star driver, yet my profile tells them 4.95? Rounding, my friend, rounding. Or maybe, yeah, I think it's actually rounding, because once you hit 4.95, it rounds to 5, because I think it goes to a 10th placeholder instead. So like mine will probably pop up 4.9, even though it's 4.94. So I think that's how it is, but don't quote me 100%. I'm not quite sure, but I think it is rounding. Seahog, hey, how's it going? If you're white and drive in Detroit, you're not going to keep a high rating. There's just too much racism out there. Doesn't matter how nice you are. Unfortunately, that is true, and it doesn't matter what race you are as driving. I mean, any race that will unfortunately happen to, and it's a very unfortunate thing that does happen wherever you are. There's drivers that may be certain ethnicities, and they will have low ratings because of the ethnicity, and it's an unfortunate thing. And it's the same thing with passengers. Passengers can get rated low because of certain ethnicities as well. I don't condone that. I don't like that. I think that's a piss poor way of handling ratings. I mean, as long as you get somewhere safe, picked up and dropped off, and there's no problems in between both sides, it should be a 5, and it should never be based on ethnicity or anything like that. And it's a very unfortunate thing, and I don't like that at all. Alan, is this my only job? No, it's not. I do quite a few things. I'm always hustling. I mean, between YouTube, between the editing there, also Uber and Lyft. Being a dad, I consider that a job. Even though it's a payless job, it doesn't matter, it's still a job. Also, I own a business, I own another business, so there's quite a few things that I do when it comes down to it. But one of the big things is I always say you need to, I'm like Dustin, have backups to your backups, and just continue diversifying your income. Uber and Lyft and Instacart and DoorDash and all these other side gig platforms can be great for additional income, and it could be used as primary income only for a short amount of time. If you're in between jobs, if you're in between, maybe you moved and you're looking for something, at least this will hold you over. But it should not be treated as a full-time gig, only because it has zero security whatsoever. One false report, depending on how bad it is, can get you deactivated off the platform like that without trying to be able to figure it out and being able to state your case sometimes. So yeah, it's a problem out there when it comes to it. So use it as a side gig. But I mean, if you're driving full time, more power to you. Just always be on the lookout for side gigs or other gigs or main gigs or whatever it might be. You don't accept less than 4.7. Awesome, Mark. 50 rides and you have a 3-star, that means absolute trouble. Yeah. But chances are Uber and Tampa, if they have a 3-star rating or somewhere in that, they probably don't have 50 rides under their belt. Maybe they have 10, maybe they have 15, something like that. But yeah, you love waiting on passengers, Uber comfort passengers. Older white drivers in black neighborhoods will destroy your waiting. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, that's an unfortunate thing. I got a 4.92. Most passengers you pick up are upper 4s and 5. Try not to pick up any lower, especially in certain areas. Yeah, hey, that's up to each driver, where and when they want to drive, and the rating that they want to pick up. It's up to the driver. That's why that information's there. Use that information, be informed, and make informed decisions. At least as much information as you can. Yeah, they round the rating. Do you do other things? Oh yeah, I just answered that. The rating is exact to the 100th. You know what? It might be marked down in certain markets, but yeah, they will round ratings for sure. It happens a lot here. That's why you did enjoy Buffalo. So when you're 4.945, it rounds to 4.95. I mean, on the driver's side, to the 100th. I think on the passenger side, it's to the 10th. You know, like I said, I haven't used the passenger rating. The last time I used it was in Vegas in June, so it's slipping my mind right now. And next time I go on vacation somewhere, that's when I use Uber and Lyft again. So that's usually only when I use it because I have a car. When you go to the hood at 3 in the morning, you put on potential egress mode. Podcast. I just recorded my podcast, actually, Lisa, and then I came to do the live stream. So I've been talking for quite a bit now. But yeah, actually the podcast is just, I just actually posted the next one today. Anybody who, I don't have a link yet. It's not on YouTube. It will be on YouTube on a separate channel. But anybody who wants to check it out, it's on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, anything. It's called the Anything Podcast with Chris and Aaron. My buddy and I do it. You know Aaron. He's been in Rideshare Driver Joe videos. He is known as Bert. So he's been on a few things. So yeah, him and I do the podcast. So thanks, Rideshare Lisa. But yeah, we did that. If they say a tip in the app, it's an auto 1 star. I give him 4 stars for that. And unfortunately, Uber doesn't change it if they do tip, because otherwise you could get a 5 star. But you get amazing tips and a rating. What kind of business do I own? I own a tea shop. I am a travel rep for a travel club. So a couple of fun different things there. And always looking for other fun stuff too. So, or anything, I should say, not fun stuff, but anything that piques my interest, I like to invest and do different things there as well. So, yeah, it just kind of depends on what I like and what I see, and, you know, what kind of meshes with me and what I like to do. Tell you this week, almost all in-app tippers have actually tipped. Wow, that's awesome, Sensei. That is really cool. Good evening, Chris. What have you missed? PIN numbers. You only had one rider use it. Okay. Sorry if I butcher your name. Kakalina. I know I'm going to say that wrong because, unfortunately, I speak English and they don't teach us how to pronunciate very well. So yeah, we're talking about PIN code. So yeah, there's going to be the verification code for rides. It's happening randomly at random places, whether it's in a test market or not. And it's also in 7 cities, or 7 markets right now. I believe 7 or right around that in test markets, where the passenger will get a 4-digit PIN code that the driver will have to input in order for the ride to start. And it's great for making sure that the passenger and driver are paired correctly, as well as being able to stop certain scams like the my driver didn't pick me up and I create a fake report to get a refund and a free ride out of it. So that's what we're kind of talking about, and how I like this feature, and I think it should be rolled out to the entire country and world. And I don't know why it hasn't been yet, because they've been talking about it for quite a while now, and it's a very easy thing to implement. And all you have to do is put a little thing on the screen when the passenger opens their app that just says, hey, we're changing what we're doing. You're getting a 4-digit PIN code now that you must tell your driver. And set up a backup code in case your phone dies or some issue. So you know that you're paired correctly with your driver. It's a very easy thing to roll out. Just roll it out already. Hey, Dustin, what's going on? You feel like texting me. Sorry. And actually, if you text me, I won't get it because I'm on my phone right now and I turned it on no sleep. But sorry, Dustin. Can you donate, Chris? it's a plug. You could donate. There's super chat if you want. Also, if you want to join my Patreon, link is in the description, and it'll help support the channel. There's already a couple of awesome patrons who have joined and helped supported the channel. That's a nice little plug right there. But yeah, if you'd like to donate to the to it, you can. Life with B. Hey, how's it going? Oh, awesome! I said your name correctly. Thank you. I always hate doing that by pronouncing it wrong, and I can't be corrected really either by doing that. But you're in Atlanta. Only one rider has come with the pin. Hasn't happened again. Yes, Uber is giving the rider the choice to do so or not. So hopefully they do use it more. But there is an option where if passengers can go in and hit verify your ride, and that will set up the PIN code. So yes, it is optional. I think it should be mandatory on everybody who's doing it. Uberman Tampa, thank you. You're not giving me a dime, only dollars. Hey, that's fine. Thanks, Uberman Tampa. I ain't doing it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it should be mandatory across the entire platform. I think it's just something that should be built into the app. I think Lyft should also follow suit. And I believe that, I know Dustin has been talking about it on his channel, and I think, I don't know if this is going to be something that like Jersey is implementing or certain areas are implementing, but they're going to have a PIN or QR code that you're going to have to scan in order to make sure you are the correct ride. I just think the PIN code is going to be easier all around. So, all right, Dustin, you have a good night. 7-3, awesome, go Bills. Sorry, Pittsburgh fans, go Bills. If the Bills win tonight, they make the playoffs, and you know, it's just gonna make for an awesome night. So don't talk about Jersey Club. Leave Cliffs alone. I'm doing an amazing job and awesome live. Thanks, Mark. Oh, Lisa, come on. Oh, also, Lisa, anybody who's out there and wants to see Rideshare Lisa, she's always in the chats, always there, always a faithful person to a lot of people out there, but she's got some cool information as well. And she not only drives rideshare, but she does Instacart and DoorDash and a few other gigs, and she is in different parts of New York State. So she's just launched her channel really. So make sure you head over and check her out, because she has a lot of cool things there. Driver Sensei, awesome, thank you. Thanks for the $10, man. I did a video on the most important issue with Uber and Lyft, cash rides. I did see that you posted that. I haven't been able to watch it yet, but I will be checking that out actually probably in a little while after I get off. But yeah, I did see that video. I want to see that. You caught me with that thumbnail, man. But too many drivers and riders fail to know how bad this can be, and broke it down for all. Yes, I agree 100%. And Sensei, I'm not even going to say a word about cash rides right now. I'm going to tell everybody, go check out that video on cash rides and the reasons why you don't take cash rides. But yes, you made that video, go check that video out. So I am not going to say a single word on that except go check the video out. That's a payment for your shameless plug. No worry. I will plug that all night long. Have a great night. Yeah, Kakalina, have a great night. You like a lot more than DoorDash. Lisa is a loyal sub. Lisa's a loyal sub all around, yes. I mean, any chat I see her in. If I see her on Beacon's channel, if I see her on your channel, I see her on Kevin's, I see her on Dustin's, I see her on everybody's. So, yeah. I know he is Mark. I didn't want to stream at the same time, but you got to go. All right, hey, if Dustin's going to be streaming, I'm going to let him go as well, too. We're already 40 minutes in. So, yeah, Any last comments, questions, or anything? But I'll wrap up with talking again about the PIN code. But yes, any other quick little last minute comments or questions? Comment in the live chat now. But I'm gonna wrap up with that. Y'all sharing us like, but yeah, with the PIN code, it should be something that is implemented. It is in certain markets. So passengers and drivers, if you didn't know about it and you see it, you'll kind of know about it by watching this video. But yes, it's a 4-digit PIN for passengers who want to use it. It's apparently optional right now. I think it should still be mandatory across all drivers and riders should be using this. And I think they should set it up differently, but I'll tell you how it is currently. It's optional, so riders can have the option of setting it up if they so choose, where they can set it up, and they will get an auto-generated 4-digit PIN code that they must share with their drivers in order for the ride to start. It's going to be a good thing because it's going to make sure that they're connected, make sure that you have the right passenger and driver, and then it stops a lot of these BS say my name scams. It stops a lot of these BS things where passengers who actually did get a ride say that, oh, I didn't get the ride, and all of that. So yeah, that's just not cool. Thank you for everybody. Again, last minute too, once I hit the 5K sub mark, which is hopefully in the next day or two, we are going to be giving a dash cam away, the B2W Blue Sky C dual dash cam. If everything goes right on the timeline, that will be on Friday, which I've kind of figured out what I'm going to do with the live stream on that, but I will probably be letting everybody know sometime this week exactly when that is, once the 5K mark is hit. And again, just a quick shout out to everybody who is a sub and watching the channel and commenting and all that fun, great stuff. I just appreciate it. Want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to Uberman Tampa and Driver Sensei for the super chats as well. Pick you. Hey, if you're on the live stream, like I said, once I hit the 5K mark, I will be doing a live stream right then and there. I don't care what time it is. Right when I see it, it'll do. And then, like I said, if it's before Friday, we will be doing a live stream Friday. If it's for somehow after Friday, I will let everybody know exactly when that is so everybody can participate and know. I'll also put it in the community tab when I will be doing it, and just trying to get the word out all over the place. So it's too hot in Hawaii not to have AC. It's too cold in Buffalo not to have heat. All right, guys, but everybody have a great night. I guess Dustin's doing a live stream, so head over there if he is. I don't know. I haven't gotten a notification because I'm live right now. But that's where I'll be heading in a minute. And then I'm going to go check out Driver Sensei's video on cash rides. So I don't know if he's doing it or not. I think he is, or he might be doing it right after. But everybody have a great night. Be safe out there, whatever you're doing. And as always, never drink and drive. Always tip your drivers, and we'll see you next time.